Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier, and this is Ship Updates. Now, right off the bat, we are kind of moving into a bit of a content drought. What ship updates that we're going to get are going to be very few and far between. We're going to have to really reach for information because, a lot of stuff is now being saved up, of course, for Gamescom. That's a big media event, so a lot of people are going to be watching, so they want to have a lot of big, flashy news for an event like that, and rightly so. So a lot of the stuff that that this show would count on is being saved up right now for Gamescom and then for CitizenCon later on. So the updates are few and far between this week, but there is some stuff and some content that I want to get through. Now, originally, I was gonna save this little snippet for the piracy show, but I feel that because of the way the dates are working out, I think it's better to just kind of squeeze in a real quick snippet of the piracy show right now. Because obviously what's going on is this ship right here, the Sabre, is going on flash sale starting today for subscribers and going until the 8th. Now, of course, I want to kind of get my feelings out about this ship and give you guys some time to kind of think about maybe what I've said, think about what your perspective is if you're looking to pick up a Sabre. And so obviously comments down below, anyone else who has a different perspective on the Sabre, throw that in, please. So if anyone's out there and they're thinking about picking up the ship, because it is a fairly it's a fairly pricey ship at, I believe, $170 right now. I haven't confirmed the price yet, but it probably is going to be coming in right around there. A significant amount of money. So my feelings on this ship, real quick, it has a very minimal forward aspect. I like that a lot. With the weapons that I have on it right now, the GTA 870s, the size 3 tarantulas, this ship can fire, I believe it's just over 9 kilometers with these weapons. And the reason why I have it configured this way, and one of the things that I want to test going into the future is, now obviously against a fighter, these weapons over such a long distance might not be as useful because a fighter can move all over the place. It's very nimble, and the lag time for the projectile to travel that distance, remember, it's not an instantaneous, it's here and then it's there. It has travel time, so hitting a fighter would be very difficult. A well-flown fighter might even be impossible, but a larger ship would be fairly easy to hit if it's not that nimble. And so one of the things that I want to test going into the future is, especially with the stealth aspect of this fighter, is could a wolf pack of these take down larger ships effectively and move around fairly unseen because of their stealth aspect. That's my feelings. That's what I'm looking forward to testing in the near future. Unfortunately, the proper turret UIs to kind of return fire, just the stealth mechanics in general, a lot of these things aren't here yet, so these are things that can't be tested. And so obviously I own one. I've said that many times, and I am going to be testing this going into the future, so that is kind of where my head is at. I like the Sabre. I think the Sabre is going to be a very strong fighter in the future. Now, if you're not too sure about this purchase, remember that there is, of course, going to be the anniversary sale in November, and I can almost guarantee you that this ship will be for sale at the anniversary sale in November, so you don't have to make up your mind right away. And with Gamescom coming up and with CitizenCon coming up, there's going to be some hot ship sales relative to those events. So you may want to set your money aside and maybe set your sights a little higher if that's how you're feeling. But if you're dead set on a Sabre, that's my feelings on it. That's what I'm looking at in terms of strengths for this fighter, as kind of like a Wolfpack Raider, able to fire over long distances and be somewhat stealthy. That's my thinking on the ship. Anyways, food for thought. Now, getting back to ship updates. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we saw this shot of the Caterpillar with the new cockpit. And even though I was really satisfied with the old cockpit, this new cockpit looks great. It looks fantastic. It really kind of evokes that whole Drake vibe, that, you know, the cockpit that was going along with the Herald, with the Cutlass. It really fits in with those ships, and it seems like a big step forward. Hopefully, we're going to get a hangar-ready Caterpillar in 2.5, but I haven't seen an official word on that, yay or nay. So unless someone places something in the comments saying, yeah, they said they would, or yeah, they said they're not going to. As far as I know, 2.5 is not content locked yet, but I still, like, once again, we're in a bit of a drought, and I'm having problems kind of finding information. So I'm not too sure, but I'm still hoping that we're going to see it in 2.5, at least in our hangars. But truthfully, if we were going to, I think we would have seen something firm on that as of now. So I'm not too sure. Now, of course, we also have the Argo sale coming up. Now, of course, the Argo, which is going to be a concept sale, so you can pick up that ship with LTIs. So if you're looking to pick up something else, you can use that as an LTI chip to then CCU to the ship that you want when it becomes available, in either if it's available now or if it's going to be available into the future. Now, the price has, as of yet, as far as I've seen, not been defined anywhere. Some people are projecting up to $50. Some people are saying $20. I think chances are you're probably going to see it at about $35, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, the ship does not have quantum drive, so bear that in mind before you lay out your cash, because even though it's going to be flight ready when they sell it, which is probably going to be Gamescom, you're not going to be able to go anywhere unless you can, you know, sneak it into a Starfare. And since cargo is not in game yet, there really isn't much for that ship to do in the persistent universe. So those are things to keep in mind with the Argo sale coming up. But if you're dead set on getting it for whatever reason, be it for LTI or just to add to your collection, it is coming up. I'm thinking it's going to be about $35. I might be wrong. But anyways, unfortunately, that is just about it for Star Citizen ship updates this week. There's just, there's just not that much going on right now, of course. You know, waiting for the big events coming up this month and then again in October with CitizenCon. So I don't have much to offer you guys this week. I'm sorry. It's just, there's just not a lot circulating out there. And apart from, you know, actually stocking the developers at home, which would be logistically difficult, there's just not that much going on. One thing, though, that I can offer in terms of content on this channel in the meantime is, for those of you that don't know, completely unrelated to Star Citizen, though, is that on Tuesday next week is the early access launch for Demon Hunters in World of Warcraft. I'm going to be trying that class out. I'm going to be playing it. And so if you guys want to come along with me on that little adventure, I can of course record what I experience on that. So if you're a former WoW player such as myself and you want to take a sneak peek at the new content and you want to see what Demon Hunters are like before you commit cash to it, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below and I'll record what I play and, you know, me building an interface and all that stuff and playing around with the new class. So if you're interested in that, I can offer you guys that and as something as like a little bit of a holdover until we get, you know, at least Gamescom coming around and we get some real big news. Anyways, let me know in the comments below. I'm sorry it's a short episode. I'm sorry there's not a lot going on this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Quantum travel initiated.